Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Second Cup of Coffee. Pastor Tom with you. We're on week 3 of our series, Trust the King. It's really about hearing God. And last week we looked at Mordecai and how God worked through his life because God can't be mocked. If you sow in righteousness or in the Spirit, you're going to reap the Spirit. And so you sow in trust. You sow the seed of trust, you're going to reap an action by God. And we saw that through Mordecai's life. This week, we're going to look at being in the tower of trust. You have to go back to the other weeks to understand what that means, but it's out of Proverbs. It says that I put my trust in the Lord. He's my refuge. It means that I take refuge in him. Anyway, you can find that in Proverbs 30, verse 5. And you can go back to the other weeks to find out, have it fleshed out a little bit more. What do I do while I'm in the tower of trust, while Satan may be mocking me, telling me I'm running out of time, I'm too old, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. All the things, mental games he likes to play to try to get me out of the tower, so I start sowing in my flesh as opposed to sowing in the Spirit. What do I do? Well, it says in verse 9 of Galatians 6, don't grow weary while doing good, for in due season you'll reap if you do not lose heart. If you've lost heart in the season that you're in, go find it. And I'll tell you where you can probably look first. Are you ready? It's in the trash can of disappointment. Yeah, you tossed it in the trash can of disappointment because you thought, you looked in your calendar on your watch, God, our appointment date is blah, and that came and went. You were there, he never showed up, and what happened? I lost heart. I lost my heart. My heart went in the trash can of disappointment. Go pick it up, put it back where it belongs, and understand this. Did you show up for the appointment? I'm going to assume you're saying yes through the camera. Fine. You showed up for the appointment. Great. You didn't diss the appointment, as Apostle Dave taught me. You didn't blow it off. You just haven't made it yet. That appointment that you had in your calendar or in your time frame wasn't the one that God set. You want to get to the one that God set. We explained that last week with Mordecai. Mordecai would probably thought, hey, I saved the king. I should have gotten recognized way before this. But God orchestrated it where his life made impact on the nation of Israel, which was his heart. And it made an impact for years and years and years, as opposed to getting rewarded right away and then never getting anything beyond that. Okay? So pick your heart up out of the trash can of disappointment, put it back where it belongs, get in the tower of trust, and do this. Are you ready? Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those of the household of faith. Get in the house and start doing good to the household of faith. Serve in a nursery. Serve in some place where you're like, I don't feel called. Okay, you're not called to that. You're called to waiting. But in the waiting, I'm going to do this. Let me say that again. You're not called to that. You're called to the waiting, but in the waiting, I'm going to do this. And whatever this is, let God fill it in. And the best way not always, but a lot of times, you know how he fills it in? What's the need? How can I help? I don't know if I could do that, but I'm willing to grow. Why? Because I'm in the tower of refuge, waiting on God for a word that he spoke that I know is pure. We're still trying to filter out all of the me that's in it. And in between that, then, whenever that is, and now, I'm going to serve the household of faith. So where's the need? You do that, I'm telling you, you will not only grow, not only mature, not only be a blessing, it will help to begin to put you in places of refinement so that what you heard God say and what you thought God says begin to match, and then you'll begin to walk in what God really said. If this means something to you, please share it. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube channel, Second Cup of Coffee, also at our Rancho Christian Center YouTube. However you found us, we're grateful that you did. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to you soon.